Today we are going to discuss about um, GDPR, which is an example for artificial intelligence governance, which stands for General Data Protection Regulation. So this is because architecture governance or AI governance process is one of the key and important standards that are to be used when we are implementing artificial intelligence in a organization level. In this regard, so whenever we are implementing artificial intelligence, so in context to the importance of governance, one of the key and importance governance is called GDPR, which is General Data Protection Regulation and all that. So this is majorly useful in the context of personal data protection and as well as privacy. Because whatever the AI process we are using, normally there are different provisions which are highly relevant for AI systems, especially those for the process of any personal data individuals within a particular union when we are managing. In this regard, it's always important for us to understand about the importance of privacy, followed by this, and what are the key steps that are required for us to take in order to meet AI compliance standards, etc. So, in this process of understanding about artificial intelligence from the privacy point of view, when we try to understand this GDPR and all, so by understanding about the impact as well as the privacies and all that. So there are different things one should understand. One is about the data privacy concerns we need to understand. Next, we need to understand about the transparency and explainability. Followed by this, we need to understand about data protection impact assessments. Next, privacy preserving AI, regulatory compliance challenges, all that stuff. In this process of understanding about the key steps of implementing GDPR, artificial intelligence governance process to meet the regulatory standards. The first one about the data mapping part, because data mapping majorly focusing on identifying the need of personal data, followed by the kind of data flow, followed by the data subjects, what are included in it. At the same time, whatever the data recipients within the organization of AI ecosystem will be used. Next, privacy of impact assessment, which includes risk identification at the same time, evaluating the risk, followed by risk mitigation strategies. Everything comes under the privacy impact assessments. When it comes to the legal basis concept, whatever the AI applications, when we are implementing, we need to ensure compliances with whatever the GDPR requirements of AI governance process that is to be included in this. Next, transparent in communication majorly provides information about the purpose of processing the activities, followed by the data recipients and data subject rights, etc. Everything comes under the transparent communication. Next, data subject rights, where we need to implement mechanism for data subjects to exercise the kind of rights within the AI system, whichever is existed. Next, we need to provide some staff training as well as awareness so that employees can understand about how this implementation of AI governance by implementing GDPR landscape in the organization level, by understanding the standards, etc., everything. Last but not least, incident response, when there is any kind of importance of having any strong incident responses and all. So we need to plan to meet GDPR standards, right? So breach reporting the requirements, everything we need to understand. So this is all about when it comes to the GDPR implementation, what are the key steps that are required for us to implement if you try to understand this. This is where generally GDPR steps which are required for you to for us to implement whenever we are implementing AI compliance in the implementation when you are working on projects, when you are implementing AI, artificial intelligence in the organization level. These are the key steps that are to be required. as part of understanding about architecture, as part of understanding about artificial intelligence and artificial intelligence governance process.